Formatted output is really nice when you are dealing with double values, because sometimes you get a lot of trailing decimals, and there's really no reason to see that unless, you're listing out numbers that you're going to add together. So to make the format of our output more user-friendly, we're going to use the string format method. String is a class and format is a method. Okay. And then the syntax here is to do string.format, and it is case sensitive. So the S has to be capitalized and so does the F. And then we have parentheses because all methods require the data to go in parentheses. The first argument is basically the format that you want. So 0:C is the format for currency with 2 decimals. Okay. And then you have a comma, and the second argument is the value that you want formatted. Okay, so you can kind of take a look here. This is the format for scientific, and then the value we want formatted. This is the format, 0:N for, it's basically a comma format. It does not put the $ in, but it will put the commas and 2 decimals. In addition to the built-in formats, C, E, and N are probably the more popular built-in formats. You can actually do a custom format. And with a custom format, it starts with 0:, like all the rest of these. And then after that, this is where you are giving it the custom format that you want. And this particular format, 0:0, indicates that I want a comma in the thousand place. And if the number is not big enough, it's actually going to print out zeros. Okay. But you can see the number that I am printing out is big enough, so there are no zeros that are printed. Also with the custom format, I should point out that if you want decimal places, you do need to put a decimal in here and, followed by zeros or hashtags. And I believe I have a hashtag example for you guys to look at. The difference between using zeros here and a hashtag is that if you put in zeros, if there is no number in that particular place, for example, if there was no digit to put into the thousand place, it would actually put a 0 in. With a hashtag, it doesn't do that. It suppresses those leading zeros. So in this example, you can see that the number was big enough so that it didn't display a 0. And in this case, we have a similar situation because this is a custom format. Okay, so we have 2 decimals in this case. And if there's no number for the decimal place, it will print zeros. And then it will also print zeros in the 100 spots and in the 1,000 if there is no digit to go there. Other things that are going on in this particular example is that we have a double and an integer value, and we're going to calculate gross pay. They are not the same data type. And what C# would automatically do is it would make hours worked a double value and perform the arithmetic. You can force the double by putting the data type that you want it promoted to in parentheses. Okay, so you can explicitly do this, or you can just skip double here and know that C# will do it for you. The other thing to take note is that I have council.write, not write line. And so what council.write is doing is it's printing out this portion, and it is not creating a new line. Council.write does not do, an enter after it prints. So the next statement with the formatted number is going to print out right next to the text. And this one is a write line. Okay, so it's going to do a carriage return. When you have council.write line with nothing in the parentheses, you get a blank line.